There we go. How you guys doing today? I see we have some new people in the chat. That's awesome. Welcome to the show. Hello, everyone. How you guys doing tonight? We have a nice show planned. Um, before we get into the show, I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys know tonight I had to change it up. We're gonna do what I had planned on Friday, but tonight we still have a show, and let's go ahead and get into it. Welcome to the See Through It podcast. I'm your host, Brian Sells, and I seen some not complaints, recommendations for some more rock. And what I had was I think some soft rock or something like that. So because you are Kasi, I will do some more research and get a new folder of pre-show tunes to make sure some of the tunes you like in there. So I will do that for you. So yeah, like I promised, I had to move it till Wednesday because it was what's coming on Friday is we it's a lot of stuff coming on Friday. We're gonna talk about the main topic is gonna be about Justin Bieber and a music video that he put out and the hidden messages in that video and how we are walking around like blind robots, mindless, and the big sheep factor. So I'm not gonna go too much further into that, but that is where we're going on Friday. Like I said, I wanted to do it today, but I'm gonna have some help. I'm gonna have some help. So Friday, Mysteries Under the Dome will finally debut on Friday. So make sure you're here for that. And it's gonna be fun. It's not gonna be like me forcing information down your throat or me making you, hey, you better believe this. No, it's gonna be me posing questions to you, getting that brain, getting the brain juices flowing, and making you maybe, think, well, why is that the case? Why is that happening? What is that? You're gonna have those. I hope those are the responses you have. So, again, the show is all about opening your mind and thinking for yourself. So, come Friday, we will be opening that Pandora box. So, as you see there, the topic: 3 silly mistakes to avoid in life. Now, like I said, I had to come on today because I said I was going to come on. So consistency. I had to come on today, but I didn't know what I was going to talk about. So there's this company I ordered they're called pod decks. I don't know if you can see that. There we go. So whenever I get stumped or I don't know what to, talk about, I can pull up a card and be like, okay, there's going to be an episode. And tonight, as you see the title, 3 mistakes to avoid in life. And these are my mistakes that I made. So hopefully some young people hear this episode and be like, you know what? I shouldn't make those same mistakes. If I'm telling you already, I'm giving you, again, I'm handing you a flashlight. Do not walk into that wall. I'm telling you, don't do it. Here's the flashlight. Here's the flashlight. Now move accordingly. So, number 3, procrastination. Procrastination. When I was younger, I used to procrastinate all the time. I mean, even though my dad was on me all the time, I think when I finally moved out, procrastination like set in hardcore. And like, it was just bad. I would procrastinate with bills, procrastinate with doing things. And maybe because when I was younger, we always had to be prompt. We had to be on time with doing whatever we was doing. If we said we was going to do it, we had to go ahead and take care of it right then and there. Not put it off till, 30 minutes or an hour later. Had to handle it right then and there. So as I got older, still young, I'm out on my own. Bills would come. I'm like, it doesn't say final notice. I'll wait. I want to spend this check on something else. Or washing dishes. I'm like, I just got off work. I don't feel like washing dishes. I'll do it tomorrow. Tomorrow becomes next week. And now I have piles of dishes and It's just like you don't want to procrastinate. So don't procrastinate in your life. If you're gonna if you're gonna do something, go ahead and take care of it right then and there. If it's something that you can take care of right then and there, knock it out. Knock it out. That's why I get up so early, so I can do whatever I need to do and chill the rest of the day. I can just chill the rest of the day. Procrastination is I would have to say it's kind of equal to being lazy. And that I cannot be lazy. I was raised better than that. So don't procrastinate. Get it done. Get it done. Like, why are you waiting? And I mean, because procrastination, it can hinder you in so many things. School. I remember when I wanted to go to college, I waited. I was like, I'm going to go next year or the following year. And then it became 3 years. And then I joined the military. And I was like, you know what? When I get in the military, when I get into the Navy, I'm going to go ahead and go. And I didn't go. I didn't end up going till I got out of the military, which was, I could have already been done with everything I wanted to do, but procrastination. Don't procrastinate. Take care of your business. Take care of your business. Before I go into the next one, if you have family members, share this video with them. Retweet this. The contest is still going all the way to August. Retweet this, share this, get this information out there, get this positive reinforcement stuff to the people that need it. Number 2, stop chasing material things. Again, this was when I was younger. I would, get my check. I worked at McDonald's. I was 15 working at McDonald's. So every Friday I got paid. I used to save real good, and then something happened, and I was like, you know what? I'm about to spend my money on things I want to spend my money on. So I was buying clothes and shoes. Guess how many pair of those shoes I still have now? Yeah. Guess how many pair of them jeans I have now? Yeah. I don't have any of that stuff. Like video games and some people do collect their video games, but stuff like shoes and clothes and just bags, big heavy bags, like grocery style, like that. I had so many clothes I was buying for no reason, just because I think that was a thing where when we was younger, we didn't have much. Like I told you guys, we grew up poor. As I used to tell my wife, we grew up or. Like, so drop the P and the O, and it's just OR. That's how poor we was. We didn't have much, but our family stayed real tight knit and close, and we made it through. But not having those things when I grew up was when I was growing up. I have those things. I felt like, man, everyone else had them. Everyone else had it. Like, I want to have this. So don't waste your money on stuff that you don't need. Don't waste your money on stuff that you don't need. Save it. Start saving your money so when you get older, you'll have all the things that you do want and need. Material things at a young age don't really matter. That stuff, you're not going to see it. You're not going to, unless it's something that's passed through the family. But wasting your checks every Friday, I was used to going to the clubs, buying drinks. I don't even remember what I was drinking. Like, people be like, oh, it's the memories. All my memories are bad. All my memories are bad. I had to work the following day. Felt like crap. Like, don't do it. Don't waste your money on stupid stuff. Before I move into the next one, let me see what's going on. I see you, Papa. Number 1. I feel like I'm flying through these. Goodness gracious. Number 1. It's a big one. It's the most important one of them all. Number 1. Because the material thing you can learn and you can get things here and there. Procrastination, that's kind of important too. But number 1, learn how not to be right. Learn how not to be right. Learn that you don't have to be right all the time. I mean, that's a skill. I don't think you guys understand what I'm saying. A person that feels like they have to be right will argue everything till they are blue in the face. It it doesn't matter what it is. Like I went through that stage where I had to be right. And again, I told you guys, I was very confrontational. So if I felt like I was right, that, you know, that added to my fire. I was right, and now I'm coming after you because I already wanted to come after you. And now I'm right. It was game over. It didn't matter what it was, how big or how small it was. I was gonna leave that conversation being right. Point blank. Period. It didn't matter who I had to crush to make my point. It didn't matter how many feelings I had to destroy, or if it did not matter. Belittle, none of that mattered. I was gonna be right, and I was gonna be heard. Now that I am older, that was the foolish young wow Brian, and I feel like that mentality cost me a lot of stress and turmoil in my life because I wanted to be right. I had to be right. There was no if and buts about it. It didn't even matter if I was wrong. In my head, nothing I said was wrong. I could tell you 2 plus 27 equaled 130. And I was going to make you believe that. I was going to be right and you was going to agree with that. Now I know I don't have to be right. Even like dealing with my wife and we having a conversation because we don't even fight no more. Before we used to have these crazy, well, not even crazy fights. We used to have these little fights. I wouldn't even, let me take that back. Not even real fights, like disagreements. Because now, like again, and I'm not like boasting saying I'm so wise and I'm so whatever the case may be. What I'm saying is that I have grown, I have learned, I've fallen into those traps so many times that now I can see them a mile away. I I, I can see the traps coming. Not going that way. Let me see how can I remove. There we go. We found the right spot. I can see that stuff coming, so I can see it. So now, if we're having the disagreement or we're talking about something, I can feel the tone. I can feel the tension, and I know no, this is what I do. I say my piece, and that's it. And I say I don't have to say it in a condescending way or a belittling tone or anything. Just simply put, boom. And if she wants to agree, then fine. If she doesn't, fine again. I've stated how I felt about whatever the situation is, and now I can go on about my day. I don't have to sit there and be thinking, man, she didn't see my point, man. I don't have to do that. Because again, I don't need to be right. And I think we should, that's when I was struggling when I was young. And I think we should still practice that skill because that is a skill. Learning when to be quiet. Ooh. Learning how and when to be quiet. You don't have to be right. What is it proving? What is it doing? The only time you need to be right is when you're in class. The teacher asks the question. Teacher, I know it. Give the answer, leave it alone. I mean, that's what we did in school. Am I wrong? We that's what we did in school. So we should take that same mentality and use it in our adulthood life. Ask a question. If they ask a question or whatever, or if you feel slighted by something or you have the right answer, give it, and that's it. We don't have to beat it into anyone. We don't have to drill it into anyone. Say your piece and keep it moving. It feels good not to be, you know, trying to fight someone to see that I'm right, trying to force them to see that I'm right. I don't think you guys understand that that's a weight that you carry, trying to make everyone see that you're right, and for what? You're not gaining anything. If anything, you're pushing everyone away. No one wants to deal with you. No one wants to talk with you because you're Mr. White, right? You have to be right all the time. And that's what they used to say, especially when I was in the Navy. When I was um, CS3, which is culinary specialist sales, third class petty officer sales. I was in charge of the kitchen, and they would be like, "Oh, here comes Mister Know It All. Here comes Mister I gotta be right." And for some reason, that like I wore that like a badge. Like, yeah, absolutely. So you better get in line. Like, come on. Now that I am wiser, and I'm not touting myself to be like the super, wise man. I wasn't one of the three wise men that visited baby Jesus when he was born in the manger. That wasn't me. What I'm saying is that I have learned, and I'm smarter now, and I know that's not something I have to be now. That's not something that I need. It doesn't validate anything that I'm doing. Nothing at all. What I want to do is pull people in. And if they want to be, shown the right way of doing something, or they want the right answer on how to go about doing certain things or handling certain people, then I give them that information. But gone are the days of me getting a funnel, ramming it down their throats or their ears, and making them take what I'm saying. No more. No more. No more, folks. So, those are the three silly mistakes to avoid in life. So, if you have someone young, even older people, pass this episode to them. Share this episode. We're trying to build something positive. We're trying to change the way people think, change their perspective on things. Because there's a lot of jacked up perspectives out there. And the only way we can do that is by sharing good, positive messages. Not just my show, like anything that you're hearing positive. Share that because there's so much negative, evil stuff just on you all the day long. Give them a piece of something good. And that might change the way they feel about certain things or open their eyes to certain things. So it was a short, sweet, straight to the point episode. So I better see this episode shared a million times. No, I'm just playing. I definitely want it shared though. But I want to show you guys something I got. A part of my Warriors collection. We got patches. Now, I know not everyone here that's watching or, is not into this type of stuff. But if you know someone that is, this would be a nice gift for their range bag, their plate carriers. And you guys know, I was in the military. So being able to protect my family and protect the people that are around me is important because we can't rely on this government. We can't rely on the police to show up after the crime has already happened. That's the the situation of things. We can't rely on them. So it is best that we start becoming self-efficient in every aspect of life. And that's what the Warriors brand, the Warrior collection is, a collection of things whether you're a protector or peace warrior or whatever. That's what the brand is. Warrior Collection. As you see, I'm wearing the shirt. I've already, a lot of people have already supported. It's not a clothing brand; it's a brand. So I'm trying to get my hands in different things to market and push, but I think you guys should get behind it and support it. It stands for something right. It's all about doing the right thing, protecting the ones you love, protecting the ones that are in your community, and doing the right thing, standing on what's right, not flip flopping because the noisy mob over there is telling you, hey, you can't do that because we don't agree. Warriors don't do that. Warriors stand for what's right. That's what they do. So that is my patch. Working on another one, but that little patch right there is $8. Not very little, but that patch is $8. And if you want more information on my shirts, I'm actually gonna work on something so you guys can actually see it in show and see what shirts I have and what other stuff I'm working on. But got a lot of exciting news. We got a lot of stuff coming up in the next 2 years. Those are big goals. So we got some stuff in the works. So before we get out of here, again, please share and retweet these videos, these episodes, because it's important to share something positive. It's very important. And the contest is going all the way to August, probably I believe the second week. So make sure you share, retweet, let me know that you did it. Most times, especially if you're on Twitter, I'm gonna know anyway because it's gonna tag me in it. So let's make that happen. Let's go ahead and jump into the content. Wait, before we get in there, let me see what we missed in the comments while I was talking. Again, guys, I'm not trying to ignore you. I'm just trying to hit Wayne. Thank you, Miss Kasi. We will work on that one. But I'm just trying to hit on my points and make sure there's no hiccups. When you gotta get the message out, you gotta get it out right so people can hear it and understand what you're saying and what you're meaning and what you're trying to do. So that's why I'm not responding right away to your comments. But I definitely appreciate everyone coming in and watching and adding some things to the chat room. So making join the conversation a real thing. Thank you very much. Bama Bo, how you doing? Oh, haven't seen. Oh, I miss a lot of you guys. I miss you guys. But Friday, don't miss Friday's show, please. Friday's show, Justin Bieber, Where Are You Now is the music video. We're gonna dig into that. I'm gonna have another podcast come on with me, and we're gonna break it down. And again, I'm not gonna force feed you anything. What I'm gonna do is point out some stuff, and I'm gonna ask some questions, and then I hope that right there maybe makes you ask some questions like why, because we question some stuff that don't even matter, but never question the stuff that's in our eyes that we're looking at. We never question that. Why? That's a question you should answer right there. So before we get up in here, let's check out the context. If you're watching on YouTube, please subscribe to the channel. Give it a thumbs up. Give it a thumbs down. If you give it a thumbs down, let me know why. Tell me why in the comments, and so I can improve. See through it. Follow me on Twitter. I tweet on there kind of often, kinda. Follow me on Facebook, facebook.com/STIPODCAST. Follow me on Instagram at Brian Sales. And as you see there, Warriors @Warriors_collection_. The page is growing. It's growing pretty fast. I'm so excited about that. I'm telling you guys, this brand, it has a meaning. It stands for something. It stands for all that is right. And it's something I truly believe in. There's no hidden agendas or anything. You guys know, if you've seen this show for 2 years now, or 2 seasons now, shall I say, you know what I stand on. So please support this this Warriors collection. Email me at SeeThroughItPodcast@gmail.com. Let's see. Audio. Check out the audio on Anchor FM, Spotify, Radio Public, Stitcher, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Pocket Casts, and Breaker. I know I am missing an episode because there we had an issue with some technical things, but I'm trying to salvage it. But if not, he'll be back on at another date because that was a great episode about, self-improvement definitely equals success. That was a great message that we had on that episode. So we're definitely going to try to salvage that. If not, we'll just, have them on again later and go from there. So if you don't want to watch me in video, you can listen to me through the radio, through your speakers, at home, in the car, at the gym, wherever you want to. Again, thank you, Mr. White, for your contributions. Thank you, Ms. Kasi, for your contributions. And thank you, everyone that watches the show, shares it, comments, join the conversation. Everyone that's interacting with this podcast, I greatly appreciate it. It lets me know that, I'm doing a little something right. I'm doing something that kind of matters. I'm doing something that's affecting someone. And like I told you guys in season 2, it would be nice to have it blow up to the huge numbers. But if I can change how people think and view and how they live their lives, then that's successful right there. So thank you for coming in and showing that, I'm having some type of effect on you guys. So before we get out of here, remember, don't be blinded by the media. #SeeThroughIt. I'm your host, Brian Sales. This is the See Through It podcast. I see you guys Friday.